Wayne Sebera. It's 99 or 0. It's 99 or 0, Wayne Sebera.
We met in Orlando, Florida, near Disney World. I thought she was the most beautiful Cinderella. She was so attractive. I was so attracted to her. She thought I was a little goofy. It's interesting at Disney World how you characterize people. I was the chairman of this national software conference where she was a guest speaker. And naturally, as the chairman of this big deal, I was pretty full of myself. Well, she confirmed it. I said, yeah, you're full of it. Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters and guests. It turned out that Andrea was G-U-D, geographically undesirable. I lived in Silicon Valley, California. She lived in Silver Spring, Maryland. 3,000 miles apart. Unbelievable. You might even say deplorable. It wasn't long after that, I had a change of my work assignment. I was able to make trips to Washington, D.C. once or twice a month, very conveniently. She also worked in the space program and was able to arrange trips to JPL, getting into California once in a while. So you see, we were like ships that passed in the night. We had this, you might say, a touch-and-go romance. Went for a while. Then we decided we needed some quality time together to see if this was real. We scheduled a ski trip and went to Park City, Utah. We landed at Salt Lake City. We drove in to the lodge. We arrived. She says, I am totally exhausted. I'm just going to fly. Okay, so I got things arranged. Next morning, 5 a.m. She's up. She's got ski boots on. Got her parka ready. 5 a.m. I said, can't we at least sleep in until 7? You know, the lifts don't open until 9. It was then I got the first clue. She's a 99-mile-an-hour gal or a 0. She's going full speed or she is stopped cold. That's been the pattern over these years. Wow. We had a lot of fun on our ski trip. We ended up marrying, living in Silicon Valley, right between Silicon Valley and San Francisco, right alongside the San Andreas Fault. And I kidded Andrea, hey, it's your fault. She didn't buy it. We were setting up the home. I was putting all the pictures out. She says, can't you hurry, can't you hurry? I'm putting up pictures. Come on, it's the 99-mile-an-hour thing. Get those pictures up. After I had them all up, pictures are all up. She says, they're all wrong. What? What do you mean they're all wrong? She says, they're at the wrong height. They're too high. And I went to the wall and I said, no, they're at eye level. She, being 5 feet, said, no, they're not. We began to compromise in many ways. She was from West Virginia and liked things cold. She liked the bedroom to be really cold, like maybe around 0. I'm from Texas and I liked it nice and warm, you know, maybe around 99. Once again, that 99 to 0 kept popping in. We were able to work it out. We compromised and figured it out. We took a trip one weekend to Northern California. It was a car trip. We stopped at a motor lodge, and we're going up the 3rd floor to our room. And again, she says, you know, I am totally pooped and exhausted. Would you mind doing the luggage? I said, okay. So I'm taking my bags up to the room, 3 stories up, back down. I get her suitcase, and whoa! What did she pack for the weekend? How many clothes did she bring? Her suitcase, man, it was heavy. I got up about the 1st story, I needed to rest. Got up the 2nd story, put that suitcase down again. Got all the way to the room. She's crashed. She's already laid out saying, oh, I'm just relaxing for the evening. So the next morning I was awake taking my shower. As I got out of the shower, I walk into the room drying, and she's working out with her 10-pound dumbbells. She brought her dumbbells with her in the suitcase, which I carried up to the room. What an adventure she is. More recently, I was at home. We were looking at some situations where we needed to have emergency protection in our home. There was something called the Lifeline emergency button, where you put it around your neck, and if you have a medical emergency, you can hit the button. She says, I really want to get one of those. Okay, well, I'll get one. Well, did you order it for me? No. Why don't you get that? Make a long story short, she got this emergency button just in case something happened. It took about 2 weeks. I'm leaving work and I get a phone call. I think I'm having a heart attack. What should I do? Are you wearing your emergency button? Hit that emergency button. Oh yeah, I forgot. She hits the emergency button. I'm going home 99 miles an hour from Point Magoo to my house. I get there, there's a fire truck, an ambulance, 2 cars. I walk through the front door, which was open. There were medics all around her. She was stretched out on a gurney, wired up to all types of equipment. I'm going, oh no, is this it? Is she burnt out? Well, they said, we need to get her to the hospital. We went to the local Camarillo hospital first. They ran a bunch of tests and said, we're not sure, there's an inconclusive test here. We'd really like you to go to the Ventura Main Hospital and do a more in-depth survey. We did. We went to the main hospital and spent the whole night there. By the next morning, around 10:30, 11 o'clock, they said, well, we can release you now. You didn't have a heart attack. We did find that you're okay, so you should just go home and watch it. Next day, I'm talking to her, and I said, where's your emergency button? She says, I'm not wearing that anymore. Once was enough. She decided not to do it. Life with Andrea has always been an adventure. She's going 99 miles an hour or 0. It's always been a true blessing in my life. I think God gives us partners that allow us to work our issues and come to grips with the challenges that we have in life. So for me, I've been very pleased that she's been my wife and my life partner. And we've had 20 years of blissful, wonderful marriage, which isn't bad for being married 30 years.